married, because you're a male and you're sexually driven, you say, alright, when I'm married now I'm going to love the wife and I'm good. But when you're married, you realize you love and appreciate your wife, but your flesh should have really love to have 10 women. It's just, I'm just talking you know, but it's you now, and that's why there are so many. I've never been out of my marriage, we'll make that clear. You know, but there are scriptures, for example, that say, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, or putting your flesh under subjection. So even though your flesh desires this thing, doesn't mean it's right, and doesn't mean you're going to do it. But that's just a reality of marriage, and I tell you guys.
So what you're saying then is not because you're married. I'm just asking. Not because you're married. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will not see something out there that, if you don't be careful, your flesh desires.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Because no one told me this before I got married. Me have to learn while me I grow. But nobody may even tell you this, but as I say, when you're married, you may still have desires for other sexual partners, because some people put it this way, I don't put it that way. They say, boy, it's like you eat chicken every day. One day you get bored of chicken, you want to try beef. Some persons put it that way, but can I tell you this? As it go here,
oh yeah.
Yeah, we can open it.
Oh yes.
Oh, you don't have to move.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I told him to bring it. Right.
Can I ask you a question? Would you share that? Do you share that openly with your wife? Like,
yes, definitely.
Of course.
Somebody. No, it's not necessarily somebody. No, it's just the flesh of man.
You see things.
Yeah, the flesh of man would have just love have 3 women in a bedroom one time. That's just the flesh of man. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean God laid that in your heart. Doesn't mean you're going to do it, but that's just a flesh of man. You know, as a physical being, you're always man. Woman look like them different, but from a man's standpoint, they want us to believe they're different.
Very freaky.
You know, this is where I talk about being transparent. Because the truth is, if every one of us sitting here should be honest about the things that goes on in our minds, you would be like, Judith, oh, you're crazy? Listen to me. The things that goes on up here and the things that we think. You understand me? When you try to do good, evil always a present. You understand me? So we just have to be real, and this is reality.
Exactly.
It does happen.
So for a man is always, maybe not every day, but there's just that time where you just need sexual gratification. That's just how our man is built. And as I say, it comes down to learning to know the word of God, disciplining your flesh, putting your flesh under subjection. You know, and one of my prayers is that when I'm on my deathbed, because I've heard it happen too much when pastors fall out of their marriage, and too much I've been hearing it over and over. And one of my prayers is that when I'm on my deathbed, I can say to my wife, you know, I've never been out of the marriage. You know, I believe that will even help my son and the next generation, because sad to say, you may not know it, but there are a lot of couples who have fell out of their marriage, you know, a lot. You know, and I'm not condemning anybody for that. We all make mistakes. But I'm praying we can be one of the few who can say, you know, when we're up on my deathbed, listen, Malachi, that's the name of my son. You know, I've never been out of the marriage, and I pray you continue the same. Because there have to be some people who just stand up and dedicated. One of the things I'm learning, I was mentioning to Judith the other day, the longer me and my wife married, you have ups and downs. There's a time when, you know, you may even get bored of your wife, while there's another time you're excited. But as my marriage go on and on, you know, I observe my wife and I look on her qualities. And for me, my wife is, I would have called her the perfect woman. You know, to me, she's the perfect woman. And I guess because I start to wear her qualities, a lot of us have this thing, we focus on the negative more than the positive. So we go in our house and the house nice and paint good, but boy, the toilet don't even flush good. We make a big issue out of the toilet when there's so many other positives there. You know, I see my wife as somebody, my wife gone to another state, gone to one wedding, and it don't mean nothing to me because I trust her that much. Me now worry, say, boy, she go see somebody and like them. Likewise, I am here, and my wife know me, and she know
I'm here in their house, that's all. And
my wife, alright, for example.
That's how we are. Just like the Roger.
For example, this is another personal thing may I share again. You know, even as a married man,
you can always do that.
even as a married man and as a Christian, you know, I struggled with pornography for a long time, you know, and I share it with my wife because I want to overcome it. When you hide things from your wife, you really try, you know what she know. If you really want to overcome something, you're going to share it. You know, and I share that with my wife, and I overcome, and I stop, and I overcome, and I've been delivered again, and I pray to God and never turn back to that, because I know, nobody have to tell me, I know a lot of single men and a lot of married men struggle with pornography.
I've had to counsel pastors, actually, who struggle with that. You know, people confide in you. So you know, and I've had to deal with, we can't keep secrets, so people come to me a lot. You understand me?
Yeah, and the danger of pornography, what it really doing, one is sin, just like as Jesus said, if you think the thing, you're just as guilty as the person who committed physically. But one of the danger, it's really driving you to do the real thing. You know, after a while you get tired to see it, and you know, say you're not ugly, and you know, say you have your car, and you know you have your own apartment.
One of the questions that Stacy asked recently in the group, if we believe that as married couples we should watch pornography together.
Oh, well, me personally, I have friends that believe in it. I don't, because two reasons. One, it has sow a seed. When listen man, a sexual spirit is a dangerous spirit. A lot of people don't know this, but most porn stars die young. They die either by suicide or drug overdose. So a lot of them, when you even see them dead already, you don't even know that. You get what I'm saying? Because it shows that even though they're doing it onto the camera, they make it look exciting, they're really being eaten up inside. It's killing them. A lot of porn stars die young.
And then again, Nick, what if when you watch those porns, and when you watch it, you have your spouse, what you see in the porn is what you gonna want your wife to do or your husband to do. And when you're not doing it, you know what gonna happen?
You're gonna look for somebody
You're gonna have to look to somebody for doing it.
Because you see, you start watch porn as a married couple, the next thing you may want to invite somebody else in their bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Because as I say, that's man again. You have to understand, man eat chicken every day, one day man want beef. So if you give him beef, you may never want the chicken again. You get what I'm saying? So, but as I say, it's a mentality before getting married. One of the things I would say, try and take divorce out of your vocabulary. Don't say I'm going to marry it, but if it don't work, no, don't have that approach or that mentality, because that if it's going to happen. Once you have that in your head, it's going to happen, because you're going to have challenges, you're going to have difficulties, and for better or worse, that is such a real statement. I have a friend.